folks, this video went viral over the weekend, so this sister in the video was out and about canvassing for Texas Governor Greg Abbott. Paid job, I believe it was $22 an hour, I think so. And so she was out and about, you know, knocking on doors, and went to this house, and this guy's, I guess, Ring camera recorded her coming up, and this is what it recorded, and this is what went viral.
Hi, are you Mr. Whitfield?
Yes.
I'm not volunteering for Greg Abbott, and we wanted to know if we count on your support for his upcoming election.
Absolutely not.
Everybody got to have a job, sir. Remember? Thank you for your support or not support.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Have a good one.
Okay.
All right, y'all. So Monique Dawson was just doing her job, and she just bust out laughing. So this video went viral, went all over the place. And then the next day, Monique goes into the office, and they were like, they're looking for you. And she didn't know what the hell was going on. She didn't realize it went viral. She wasn't on Twitter, had no idea. And then they fired her. Well, folks have been talking about this. Of course, she's been responding on Twitter, launched a GoFundMe. All kind of stuff has been happening. She joins us now for her exclusive interview, her first interview since this happened. Joining us from Fort Worth, Texas, Monique Dawson. Monique, how you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, all right, Monique. So let's start here. Okay, first, how long were you working with the campaign?
It was actually like our third or fourth day out. I worked with them previously from December to March for the primary, but we had just went back out in circulation.
All right, and so what people don't realize is some people assume that because you're working for a campaign, you support the candidate, your deal was it's a job.
It's a job. That's it.
It's a job. And what were they paying you?
$22 an hour.
So $22 an hour, and you were working how many hours a day, how many days a week?
6 hours a day, 7 days a week.
So 6 hours a day, 7 days a week. So, you know, if I do the math, so basically you were making almost $1,000 a week. So you were like, this was a job. All right. So the house you went to, what part of were you in Fort Worth? Were you in one of the surrounding communities? Where were you?
We were either in Hearst or Colleyville. We were right there.
So anybody who's listening, so basically, folks, you have Fort Worth, you have Dallas, and in between you have Arlington, but then you have these bedroom communities, other little suburban communities, Hearst, Euless, Bedford, Colleyville. I actually stayed in Bedford when I worked for the Fort Worth Star-Telegram as a City Hall reporter, so quite familiar with that area. So you walk up to the house, and the guy makes the statement, why did you bust out laughing?
It was really his face. From the moment he opened the door, it was like he was just looking at me. He was like, "Why are you here?" And I was asking Kim the question or whatever. I had been laughing.
So bottom line is you didn't bust out laughing at the idea of him like, hell no. So basically what he gave you was, hell no, I ain't vote for Greg Abbott, look.
I thought he was going to say absolutely. It's when he threw the naughty in, like he threw me off.
Y'all, roll the video again, all right? Roll the video again.
Everybody got to have a job.
No, roll it from guys, roll the video from the beginning. There you go.
Hi, are you Mr. Whitfield?
Yes.
I'm not volunteering for Greg Abbott, and we wanted to know if we count on your support for his upcoming election.
Absolutely not.
Everybody got to have a job, sir. Remember. Thank you.
Thank you.
Support or not support.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Have a good one.
So you were like, look, everybody can have a job, you know, support whether or not you didn't diss Greg Abbott, anything along those lines. All right, so what happened the next day?
Okay, so I showed up to work. I was out training, having a good day, getting a lot of surveys, whatnot. And
All right, we're losing you a little bit there. So you said the next day you were going out, you were doing surveys, things along those lines.
then someone had called me. You know, I didn't recognize the number, so I called him back, and I guess one of the managers or whatever, and I guess somebody had tagged Greg in it, so they said that I wasn't going to be able to work with them.
So all of a sudden, so for everybody to know, this is Greg Abbott right here. We've been seeing him. This is the governor of Texas. So someone said, "Oh, hey, you can't work." And did you try to explain to them, y'all? I didn't diss the man. Sorry, I just naturally laughed.
Right, because you know, like when it happened, I had no idea it was gonna go the way that it did go. I was more along the lines of I really did want to keep my job. You know, I wanted to explain like, hey, if they took the context, that was them. You don't see a video like I didn't post it, but you know, like, hey, at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason, and
All right, so I missed that last part again because your audio is going in and out there. And so you said everything happens for a reason. Then what did you say?
I said I'm glad Dr. Whitfield posted the video.
Dr. Whitfield, that's the guy whose house you knocked on? Say it again. All right, so it's absolutely not. So you go to his house, and okay. Well, first of all, you say Dr. Whitfield, because he actually sent me a DM. Saying definitely wanted to get in contact with you. So this thing goes viral, and all of a sudden, man, stuff just takes off. Then you create a go, and again, you weren't even on social media, right?
Oh.
I can tell because your Twitter handle, Lord, is Monique 48322061. That's like one of them damn bots. And then you created a GoFundMe, and the goal was to raise $15,000. Man, you have exceeded that. Y'all, look at that. 2 days ago, created 2 days ago, she put her goal down there as $15,000. And so she was making $924 a week. And so you think about that in terms of, if you look with the campaign, with the election, that really would have covered the next 16 weeks. So basically would have covered you between now and the election.
Right.
But folks, 1,400 donors have come through, and so far you've raised $25,620. How do you feel how this thing has gone, and how this thing is blown up, and how folks have responded?
I feel, number one, blessed. Thank you, God, because it never was my intention to like, hey, I'm going to be out garnering support for Greg Abbott. It was more along the lines of, I thought that they had a list of supporters and they were getting me to go, make sure that they were going to vote. I didn't know they was having me just knock on anybody's door and ask them to support. So it
So this is, it certainly has turned out quite interesting. Now, you said that you want to work for Beto O'Rourke?
Yes.
Okay. Is that because you want to work for him because you want a job, or you want to see him become governor?
Both.
Say it again? Both. All right. We still have some issues with the audio there. And so have you heard back from the Texas Democrats or the O'Rourke campaign?
I I have heard from them, and we are, in the process of ironing things out. So when more details do come, I will be happy to give updates.
Okay, well, I did. So just so you know, before we went on, I did text Beto O'Rourke to find out if he was aware of this. Said, oh yeah, I got it like that, Monique. Come on now. Come on now. You better ask somebody. I called him and I texted him. Of course, he's on the campaign trail. I have not heard back from him. And I also reached out to one of his aides as well, who is with him. And so hopefully we'll hear back from him. So this is, and James Whitfield is the principal who was fired at was it Colleyville School? Well, he was the principal of one of the schools. We had him on, and so it was a big controversy, and they claimed he was teaching critical race theory. We actually had him on the show, so that's why when you said his name, I was like, hold up, was that Whitfield? So yeah, he had actually sent me. A DM saying that he definitely wanted to get you on the show. Now, have you heard from folk all around the country since this happened?
Hey, I've been responding to messages from people from Canada, Chicago, Bangladesh. I mean, it's just it a lot further than I thought it would.
Well, and so I take it also that now have you always wanted to work on campaigns? Have you always liked politics? Have you worked on other campaigns? Is this a passion of yours beyond getting paid?
Hey, beyond getting paid, I have worked on other campaigns. I was a member of the Texas Organizing Project since 2019, and we also worked on the Beto O'Rourke Project, District Judge County Clay Jenkins. We were out campaigning for Biden. So in the past, I have done some Democratic campaigning, yes.
All right, then. Let's see here. I'll start with some questions. Julianne, you got a question or anything for Monique?
Sure, Monique. This is the year. It's been a couple of years of the Black woman. As a sister doing this work, how did this experience make you feel, and how does it empower you to do further work in politics?
Oh, it makes me feel like, you know, like more so less that I'm not gonna have to do something that I don't necessarily believe in just because of circumstances. Now, I have the availability that if I do want to actually go and volunteer for the Democratic campaign, I can go do that. Versus, having to do this because of what I'm being paid for.
Omakongo.
I think it's really amazing the way that the country and other countries and places like Canada have been embracing you. I'm wondering if you've received any backlash from people who are supporters of Abbott or the Republicans in general.
I have somebody compared me to Hitler. I
Wow.
went ahead and shut that down because that's nothing near the range of what I'm doing.
Hmm.
But yeah, somebody was definitely comparing me to the person that worked the ovens for Hitler at the concentration camps.
Wow, that's
Wow.
nuts.
Wow.
Jeff.
He works for Abbott. I was like, oh well.
Mm,
Jeff.
wow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sister. Look, it's remarkable how, we always talk about, we judge people for the jobs that they take without even researching many of the employers that many people work for. I think many people would be out of a job, period, if they research the policies of their own employers. What's next for you in terms of your own community activism and the work that you're doing as a canvasser outside of putting aside 24% of that GoFundMe for taxes so we don't see you get in trouble?
Outside of that, I plan on continuing to spread the good word. I mean, if I do get the organizer job with Beto, fine. If I'm not, yeah, I'll do it. And
All right, so you broke. Hold up, you broke up there. So let's go ahead and start again. You said if you don't get the job.
If I don't get the job, then I'm still going to be doing some phone banking and some canvassing, and just hoping that Beto can capitalize off this viral moment because it's his time to shine.
All right then. Now, I did have a question from one of our followers. Let's see here in the chat room. So Janae said, the real question, is she a registered Democrat? Clearly not. Abbott hired her.
I am a registered Democrat.
You're
They
registered?
don't, if they hire you, they always give you the option like, hey, are you going to be comfortable doing this? And I just look at it like I'm a paid professional actor because I'm acting like I like this job.
Wait, you said I'm a paid professional actor. I'm acting like I like this job.
Like everybody.
Hey, I'm not mad at you at all. Well, look, I certainly hope you hear from the Beto campaign. You know, I had somebody sit here and say, why Roland got to let us know who he got in his phone number? This is real simple. If I can help facilitate Monique getting the job, why not? Hell, if you got the hookup, it's called a hookup. That's the whole damn point.
Hello, world.
Yeah. All right, then. Well, look, I'm glad folks have responded. You might want to raise the GoFundMe now to about 30,000. Go ahead and double it. But glad to see people have supported you. And so I'll ask you this here. So when non-campaign, what do you do, or what do you want to do?
Non-campaign. I guess I'm going for my CDL. So
Your what?
going for my CDL, like in the transportation industry.
Your CDL? What's that?
Like a truck driver. My brother has a trucking company, so we just help out with that.
Oh, you want to be a truck driver? Oh, okay. All right. All right. Well, go ahead then. So you're trying to get your truck driving license.
Yes.
Okay. All right then. And so I saw here someone said that you have 5 kids. Is that what someone said?
That's true. Yes.
Okay, so you got 5 kids. Well, look, I'm glad folk responded. And again, if you look at the math, you were making $924 a week from them. And so the money that's come from the GoFundMe can actually, if I run that, it could last the next 27 weeks, almost half a year. So hopefully you can have that money. Hopefully the Beto folks, the Texas Democrats, will hire you, and then you can make this thing happen.
Hopefully so.
All right, then. Well, look, good luck. Certainly glad you joined us. And yeah, you never know when something is going to go viral. It had nothing to do with you, but it certainly took off on its own.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you, Roland.
All right. We'll appreciate it. Thanks a bunch. Tell everybody what's up in Fort Party Worth.
All right.
All right. Take care. All right, that is that's hilarious. When she's like, "Look, hey, I'm like a paid actor." That one there, I almost fell out on that one, Jeff.
Oh yeah, that's a classic, and I think it's interesting because let me say this. I'm so glad you're giving us a moment to unpack this because this is important. This is so important. Listen, I've been a political activist and actionist. I've worked, been a senior advisor to a mayoral campaign. In 2018, I ran for mayor in a special election. And in 2018, I led the defeat of a $9 billion transit plan that would have just crippled the city of Nashville. So I know about professional canvassers. I've hired them. My son is one of my secret weapon canvassers. Listen, canvassers canvass. And when she said she made 22 an hour, I'm like, hey, that's not bad because you can get canvassers from 15 to 25, and then you get poll workers. They get a C note in a day. This is what people do. There are people who are sign makers, and they make signs. I mean, African-American sign makers. They make signs for every Democratic candidate in the primary. They encourage extra Democrats to run because they want to make everybody sign. They run signs for the opposition, yard signs, street corner signs. They do radio ads for all sides because this is the business of politics. It has absolutely nothing often to do with what you believe and what jobs are available. So this sister was able to come in and say, listen, I'm a canvasser, I canvass. While I'm working on my CDL, this is what I do. We would be standing in judgment of her if she decided to go stand on a street corner and make some money for her babies, or if she decided to go into a restaurant and say, I'm going to work for $7 an hour and then whiplash you with the bad attitude that I have in customer service because I'm angry at my low wages. Instead, she says, this is what I did. I love the reference to being a paid actor because it's a script and that's what you put out there. Believe me, I've seen worse. I've gotten, beep, you buddy. I did transit. I went to a lady. She came to the door with a walker on, and I was trying to talk to her about transit. She said, "Let me stop you, baby. Do I look like I beep and need some beep damn transit?" And I laughed harder. I said, my bad. And I laughed harder than that sister did. This is just what happens. It happens on jobs that you get in a fast food window. It happens in corporate America. And it happened to this sister on the street. So salute to you. And like I said, tuck away about 22 to 24% or whatever Dr. Malvo would recommend so that you pay your taxes on that so they don't get you for that.
Look, what people, first of all, a lot of people of Makongo don't understand the reality of the nuances of political campaigns. There are people who volunteer. There are people who actually get paid. There are jobs in these. And so, Jeff is absolutely right. And so, look, here's a sister who's like, hey, it's a job. I was just trying to sit here, just look, if I'm door knocking and just putting flyers, whatever, on door handles, hey, that's what the job is.
Yeah, I mean, it's like both of you are saying, campaigning is an industry, period, bottom line. And if she's not out there, pushing the platform, she's just giving out information. What people do with the information is their choice. And I'm just happy to see that people are embracing her because I'm just tired of seeing so many things go viral for the wrong reasons. A cat scratching his behind or some of these other more violent moments that are happening. Just seeing a sister out there. I'm glad you asked about the children because I saw that car seat. Supporting 5 kids. In this economy, with everything going on, people are doing their good deed and reaching out and helping the sister get to that next level and can hopefully springboard her into more work with the campaign that she wants to support because, to answer that social person who's following you, she is a registered Democrat. This is a win-win for everybody at the end of the day. And hopefully she'll move on and also get that trucker's license that she's looking for as well. Just seems like a positive sister doing the right thing. And I'm just glad that you gave her the attention she got and that other people have been embracing her like we all are right now.
Well, Julian, when I saw this story, I was like, man, we got to get this sister on the show. I said, that video was just too funny.
I'm glad you did, Roland. As Obakongo said, this sister is doing her thing and she's doing the right thing. Politics is nothing but acting. Not only whether you're supporting a candidate, opposing a candidate, or even if you are the candidate. This is theater. It's not really about the real thing. We talked earlier about guns and other things. These people know what the right thing is, but they're acting because they want to stay reelected. So if the people down at the bottom of the campaign trail, if they can make some money, hey, go for it. But what I liked about this sister, first of all, her energy, her attitude, her smile, and the fact that she is doing what she needs to do to support herself. Now, Brother Jeff, I'm going to tell you, 24% ain't going to get it. You got to put away about a third with that freelance money. But
okay, there it is.
But whatever she does, what we know she's doing is she's doing the right thing for her kids. And Roland, kudos to you yet again. I mean, you are just doing it. You're doing it, and thank you for giving this sister a platform, which perhaps will encourage other women and men to figure out how to get around this putrid economy. They say the unemployment rate is 3.6%, and I guess it is, but from Friday. But you know what? Our people are still suffering while people are talking about a robust economy. So we have to have plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G. We have to have other ways to make money, to have multiple income streams, and kudos to her for doing that. I just wish we could all just meet her, hug her, and say, y'all, you go, girl.
We welcome you to the launch of the Mass Poor People's Low Wage Assembly and Moral March on Washington, D.C., June 18, 2022.
We are a new, unsettling force, and we are powerful. Unsettling force, and we are here.
We're rising up to demonstrate the compelling power that we, poor and low-income people, have to reconstruct society from the bottom up.
And we need to do it with the loudest voices possible, the biggest actions possible.
Because we know that there is no scarcity in this land. The only scarcity is the moral will to do what's right.
Hold on, just a little while longer.
We are those with sub-minimum wage jobs who can't afford sky-high rent.
People with disabilities are the fastest growing minority group.
It's crazy to me that in 2021, it's still legal for workplaces to pay a sub-minimum wage to people with disabilities.
There are still so much trial and tribulations that we go through as Indigenous people. We can't get a decent wage to sustain ourselves, nor can we get adequate housing.
Veterans across this nation say enough is enough. We can't pat essential workers on the back on one day and then cut their health care the next day.
Health is a political choice.
What more do I need to do to prove that my voice is just as valuable as anyone else's?
There are still forces in denial that would try to slow walk our transition to a clean economy and a just future for us all.
We have an immoral system run by immoral people.
But together we walk, and we walk and we fight.
It's time for a change!
Reconstruyamos esta gran nación! See, we are people of resilience. As we fight these interlocking injustices together,
when we work together, mobilize together, and rise together, we become a voice for the voiceless, and we become an agent of change in a time where great change is needed.
We need the third Reconstruction to ensure that deaf people, people with disabilities, and all people can have the right to live and to thrive.
We know what they are doing, but the question is, what are we going to do? Reconstruction begins when we change our mentality and say it's time for you to get your foot off of my neck.